Well, hey there, it's Elke.
And Jen, and welcome to the Jen and Elke Clarke Show, the show where we tell you simple ways that you can improve your Zazzle business to work smarter and not harder to live your dream life.
We're your hosts and coaches.
And join us every Monday for the Jen and Elke Clarke Show, where we talk about Zazzle businesses and give you tips and tricks on how to improve the way you're working on your Zazzle business. So today we are talking about Zazzle versus other print-on-demand platforms, which in short form, I almost said POD, but it's called PODs, and that's a short form for print on demand platforms online, where basically you can upload your graphic art, photography, and any type of like artwork and sell it online on products. And print on demand comes from the fact that it's literally only printed or created when the customer purchases the product. So it's a really great e-commerce model because you don't actually have to have the physical product available to actually sell until the customer buys it. And this allows for so many amazing opportunities in terms of customization, types of products, the way that you interact with your customers. And so we're going to dive deep into why Zazzle actually, for us at least, is the best print-on-demand platform out there compared to other PODs, and why you should be working on Zazzle and earning money using their platform.
Yeah, and let's just talk about some of the ones that are out there. There's so many that pop up and then they actually also disappear, so be careful. What you want to do when you're doing your research is when you want to do an e-commerce store type business online, then what you want to do is do some research. So we're going to help you here. Print-on-demand companies such as Cafe Press have been around for a long time, but not in favor as much as some of the other ones that are also still here, which is Redbubble and Society6. But Zazzle has been around for over 15 years, and so you want to make sure that you're in with a company that's long-term, because you're starting a business on that. And if you do all that work, you don't want to have it just disappear because the company goes down. So there's some other companies that are out there that have come, and they might be some opportunity for you, like Spoonflower and all kinds of t-shirt companies like Teespring. Yeah, that's one of the ones that I think is the key one. But there's all kinds of other t-shirt companies that you can also find that are print on demand. But those are the top ones that we're going to talk about today. And so what we really want you to understand is that there's advantages and disadvantages to a lot of them. And then what we find in all of the ones that we've tried, and we've tried Redbubble and Society6 and Cafe Press. I haven't been on Teespring yet, but what else? And Spoonflower, that's very pattern based and for fabrics. So if that's not your thing, but if you're a surface pattern designer, then definitely that's something you should try out. But we're going to give you some more information on each of those so that you can really make a decision. Obviously, you don't have to choose one over the other, but there's so much more in terms of what Zazzle offers that allows you to have more profitability in your business and more chance of selling. So it's easier to run that business. It's less costly on Zazzle, as well as more opportunity for you to get into different niches. So let's go into some of these separately if you want to.
Yeah, so Zazzle offers a wide range of customization available to the end customer. You can 100% customize the product, and that means colors, photos, text-based things. And when you're a designer on Zazzle, you create a product using things called templates. And when you create a template, the customer can come in and literally change anything to do with the design easily using your template, or they can even click a button that says customize further, and they can 100% change the design completely if they know how to use the design tool. So it's really neat for the end customer anyway, because they can take one design and completely transform it into something that's 100% unique for them. And that is a huge drive and a draw to the customer, because they want to make sure, the customer is really happy that they can basically, make the product 100% theirs and have it completely different than anything else being sold on the marketplace.
And that is the key thing that distinguishes Zazzle from all of the other platforms. It's the only one that does that. Cafe Press is starting to do that a little bit, but their platform is so awkward and a little bit outdated and so on. And there's lots of yeah, issues with that. So Zazzle has been doing that since 2005 or even earlier when they were in beta testing. And so Zazzle got it locked in, this customization option. It makes it so much easier for the customer. So the customer's going to have a better experience. They're going to buy more there than anywhere else if they are seeking a customized product. And so that's the biggest distinction. But it's also the biggest advantage, because even though some artists say, well, I don't want my stuff to be changed or altered, I want it to be sold the way it is, then that's great. Then you can be on Society 6 or Redbubble or Fine Art America, and what's actually another one that we didn't really suggest or talk about, but that's more for artwork specifically. But still, all of these other platforms like Redbubble, Society 6, Fine Art America, and even Spoonflower, you just upload an image. That's it. So that's the only thing that you can do on those platforms. Whereas when you're on Zazzle, you can upload an image, you can add text right on their platform, you can modify things, you can change color of things, you can you can actually make an entire design just using their platform. You don't actually have to even upload anything, and you can create incredible designs with all of the design tool features that they have. You can create patterns, you can create shapes, you can create images, you can create text-based designs, you can create photo templates, you can do text templates. That just opens up an entire range of designs, and therefore an entire range of audiences that are looking for these types of designs, whether that be occasions or home decor or electronics or clothing or even food items that you can eat. Edibles are customizable on Zazzle, and it's so empowering and just enlightening that you can go and find whatever you want to sell on Zazzle. Pretty much Zazzle has it, and that's the second part is the number of products that Zazzle has is incredible and allows you to tap into so many markets that would have never been possible on any of the other sites, and still isn't possible actually on any of the other sites.
Yeah. And in terms of the customer's aspect or the perspective, they are super happy because they can 100% customize the product. But in terms of the designer's perspective as well, it's really amazing because you as a designer can create one product and have it customized by, let's say, 100 or even 1,000 different types of customers. And you only needed to create that product once because it's a template and it's super customizable and easily customizable by the customer.
And we love that because that goes right in with our passive business model from our business framework, the 3 pillars: perceivable, passive, profitable. And so, it just becomes super passive and super profitable for us because, as Jen said, some of you make it once and you sell it often. And it's not just that year, it's multiple years later. So there's products that we made in 2008 on Zazzle and they're still selling. Can imagine it's like, investments in your business that you don't have to redo the work every year to get that money, which is cool.
Yeah. So the next thing that we want to cover is the fact that Zazzle doesn't have any subscription fees or any product posting fees. So some other print-on-demand platforms either have a yearly subscription fee where you as a designer need to pay to be able to sell on their platform, or the amount of products that you post has a certain fee associated with it. So Zazzle has 0 fees. So as soon as you open up your account, the only thing that you need to commit to is making products and being able to sell those products. You don't have to worry about any hidden fees when you create an account or set up a store or how many products you post. The next one is there are no set royalties. You as a designer on Zazzle can create any royalty that you want. Obviously, when you sell a product on Zazzle and you increase the royalty, the actual price of the product increases as well, to obviously make the difference up in terms of the royalty and then the price of the product that the Zazzle needs to profit from. But you are able to set your royalty literally 99% if you wanted it to.
Yeah, so anywhere from 5% to 99%. We recommend 10 to 15 or 10 to 14.99 because there is a little bit of a clawback fee when you get to 15%. But besides that, you can set your fees higher, which a lot of people do, especially for things that are unique and different, like photography and artwork that you're known for. But if you're selling to the masses and people don't quite know who you are anyway, you're just selling because it's a great design, then you can easily slip into the 10 to 15 range, which is what we do. We actually set everything at 10%, and we've still made $1.5 million on Zazzle. So there's a lot of opportunity to make sales, and there's enough for everyone, even if you set your royalty at 10%.
And then Elke already touched on the point that Zazzle has thousands of different product types that you're able to choose from. Other print-on-demand platforms don't have such a wide range of product types, or they have different product types available. So Zazzle has a really amazing, as I said, wide range of everything. So you can be in so many different niches as a designer and sell in so many different areas. There is also no sales quotas. So for example, with some other print-on-demand platforms, and especially let's say like other affiliate programs, I know we're not talking about affiliate programs here, but if you don't meet a certain sales quota in terms of the amount of products that you're selling, you're actually removed from their program, or you're not able to sell, or you don't actually earn the money and you have to wait until the payout comes. Zazzle does not do this. You don't have to sell a certain amount. The only thing that you do have to do is make a minimum of $100, and then that's when the payout comes. If you make less than $100 each month, when the payout comes, when you're supposed to be paid, then they will wait until you've accumulated $100. But besides that, there are no sales quotas. You don't have to sell a certain amount to keep your availability to sell on their platform.
And there is a limit on the number of products, but it's 100,000 per account. Not store, but per account. So you can put up quite a few products before they cut your limit off.
Yeah.
So that's a really great opportunity for you to explore what you can do on the Zazzle platform.
Yeah. And then the last one is there's no yearly cost. I know we talked about subscription fees or product fees, but there's no yearly subscription or membership fee that you have to pay. Zazzle's completely free. And the only thing that you need to do is make sure that you do your research properly and build up your Zazzle store properly and do your designs properly. Make sure you have proper titles and tags. And that's why we've created the Profit by Design Academy, and we teach the 5 strategies in terms of building up and scaling your Zazzle business properly. Because some Zazzle designers have been on Zazzle for years and they're not able to make the money that they want to make because they've been trying really, really hard, but working really hard, but not working smart. So that's exactly why we do a lot of free trainings and do this show, for example, but then also have our signature course, which is the Profit by Design Academy. So if you're interested in learning more, the link will be in the description of this video. And yeah, we would love to work with you further. But in terms of other print-on-demand platforms, this is why Zazzle is for our the best in terms of what we've seen and what we've done in terms of our research. We love Zazzle. We've been on it for over 14 years now. You over 14, me 14. And we're just continuing our growth with our Zazzle businesses, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for our own businesses and then yours too, because we have some amazing students who are just flourishing this year after taking the Profit by Design Academy, and we can't wait to see where you go to in your Zazzle journey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So take a good look at the other print-on-demand companies, and you'll find that Zazzle also has a really great way to post products, which is really important for people who are doing things on multiple platforms. There's integrations that have been done with Photoshop, and also there's another type, we won't go into it here, but you can use a program or sort of a one platform that then disseminates it to multiple platforms, and Zazzle's part of that in terms of print-on-demand companies that you can post to. So there's lots of options for people who are on these other platforms, but the most important thing is the opportunities that come with customization. That's where we've really made our money. And that's key for you as well to understand that if you haven't explored that yet, Zazzle's the place to do it. And we know how to help you get started and go scale really quickly in order to get the most out of this thriving e-commerce business and retail space right now online that's happening in 2021.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching the Jen and Elke Clarke show, where we talked about Zazzle versus other print-on-demand platforms. And we will see you in the next one next Monday. Bye.
Bye.